thank you for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of Gear Talk. That's where I feature a piece of gear that I use on this channel and talk a little more in depth about it and what makes it so special to me. For this month, we are featuring Blondie, my Washburn EA20. And this was the first acoustic-electric I ever bought. And when it came to selecting an acoustic guitar for my arsenal, I did have some preferences. I knew I wanted for it to be an acoustic-electric, first of all, because I wanted to run various effects through it, like your chorus, delays, and reverb, and whatnot. So I wanted to be able to do that easy, and I felt having an acoustic-electric would make that easier for me. And of course I knew I was going to want a cutaway. Blondie here has a Florentine cutaway, which is one of those that comes to a point, and the cutaway, for me, allows me to be able to reach these higher frets if I want to play on them. So that's, the cutaway's definitely an added bonus. And Blondie's top, sides, and back, and the neck they're all made out of spruce. And this is a light colored wood. Of course, the fretboard and the bridge are made out of rosewood. The rest of this is all spruce, and depending on, and she has a very bright sound to her, as you may have heard from what I was playing in the beginning of this video. So typically, a good thing to remember if you're shopping for an acoustic guitar is, it's always important to remember that the lighter the wood, the brighter of a sound you're going to have. And the darker the wood, the darker your sound will be. So if this were made out of all mahogany or all spruce, or now if this were all mahogany or all rosewood, then this guitar would give me a very dark sound. So Washburn EA20 has been used by some pretty good artists. Nuno Betancourt is pretty much known for his work on his acoustic stuff. And Greg Allman has used one. George Harrison, I've seen him play something like this. And even Craig Chiquiso. So let's talk a little more about the features. Right here we have like a 3-pin jack for if you want to plug in one of those special cords for a microphone. You can plug it right into here and plug it and run it into a speaker. And so this guitar can be played through one of those, which I never tried before. Or of course you also can have your standard instrument cable here, and right here you have a 9-volt battery compartment which powers the preamp, and up here on the preamp you have a built-in tuner. So if you should forget your electronic tuner when going to a gig, there's already one right here on board. So this is a good thing to have on board any acoustic-electric. It's got a 3-band EQ for bass, mid-range, and treble. You have a presence knob here, volume, and you have what's called a notch, which eliminates feedback, and I keep that full blast at all times. So now, without any further ado, let's get into some sounds. So first I'm going to turn off my Fishman loud box here and show you just how the guitar itself sounds unplugged first I'll do a little finger picking, and then do some pick and do some strumming. So here we go. Not bad. Now let's do some chords and strumming here. And for fun, maybe a little bit of a blues solo. Alright, now let's see how it sounds plugged in. I got no effects going right now, but I will put on some effects and show you just give you a little taste of that affected signal that I like so much. So, first of all, do the same thing I just did, but this time with it plugged in. So first, some finger picking. Okay, now some chords and strumming. Alright, now maybe another little blues solo. Alright, now let me just turn the volume down because now I'm going to turn on the compressor with my Wampler Ego, and got all the knobs on that at 12 o'clock. So Just gotta turn the volume down, or otherwise we're gonna get feedback. Now, and before I get into an affected signal, another thing I wanted to show you is just how these EQs work. So, what you heard here was them all at 12 o'clock. So, first let's hear how the bass sound. Let's hear no EQ first. Now, turn the bass up halfway. And full blast. Now the mid-range. Let's turn the mid-range full blast. Now the treble. Now treble at full blast. Now let's see what the presence does here. So I'll back that all the way down. See what we get. Sounds kind of ghostly there. Without when the presence is all the way down. So let's now just turn it up here. About midway. Alright. And let's turn it full blast. Lovely. Now, when I first heard an acoustic-electric guitar with chorus and reverb, I was absolutely blown away because it reminded me so much of something I hear from Rolf Illenberger. If you've never heard of him, check him out. He is from Germany and he plays a lot of acoustic-based stuff. And he uses mainly an echo sound, an echo effect on in his playing, and he is really my inspiration for my acoustic side of things. So the sound of chorus and reverb kind of reminded me of Rolf Illenberger. So I'll turn on my Corona chorus and my whole thing too. Let's get a listen to that. So. Now that is just luscious. Delay, I like that sound too. now let's just turn on detuned harmonies and reverb. See what we get. Beautiful. And that sound you just heard right there is something I always wanted to get from an acoustic guitar, and that's why I had to have an acoustic-electric. And I got several acoustic-electrics now, as you may have seen. But anyway, that is our look at my Washburn EA20. So, thank you all for tuning in. And if you haven't done so yet, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Just click that red subscribe button right down there just on the right hand side just below the screen. Just click it right there and make sure you click that bell notification. That way you'll always be notified anytime I post a new video here. So be sure to tune in next week, because next week's video is going to feature Blondie. So I look forward to that. So have a great week, and until next time,